The wonderful world of volatility. That's what's happening. Gotta love cryptocurrency at the moment. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is why we trade volatility. Yes, it is. This is the exact reason why we trade volatility. And in our opinions, as volatility traders, it's the only way to trade a random market. It's the only way. Only way. Today I'm going to start out some of my personal indicators here. Wonderful little works of art that I share with some of my friends. Let's see what we got working. This is beautiful. We got a couple different projections going here. What should I start with first? I know what I'm going to start with first. Let's hide our projection pos 1. There we go. And work with projection pos 2. Talked about this the other day, right? I was talking about probably coming back down and testing the mean, right, of this move. From after the first up move from 28K, right? And you can start a projection. You can start a projection from any one of these pivots. It's not like I ever project one of these bosses out from some area to create a narrative. We don't create narratives at Alpha Trading like other people do that don't know how to trade or use these types of indicators to begin with. Let's see here. There's people out there that actually copy what we do, right? They copy our projection bosses, which is fine. That's just a true sign of the brilliance of people that we have working behind the scenes. It doesn't really bother us. Copy us all you want. Can you use the indicators though? Are you a trader or do you just trade, right? Are you a trader or are you the guys that are on the other side of my trades? Huh? Paying my bills. That's how this works. Not everybody, and everybody that's in this Discord, they're here for a reason, right? They're here for a reason because they want to learn to trade volatility. They're tired of being on the other side of trades, being on the losing side of trades. 80 to 90% of any market out there is being traded by HFT firms, hedge funds, which in a sense is the same damn thing. They're using their algorithms to trade. They're not humans, right? Humans are programming the algorithms. What are they programming them with? They're programming them with volatility, probability, and statistics. But at the same time, it's not like they're combining a ton of different stuff, right? Things like this that you're seeing, current candle distribution levels, whether it be normal distribution, Laplace distribution levels, or even projections. You use this type of information to take profit, right? Now I'm talking about maybe 20-30% of the time when you're getting entries using your other volatility and statistic indicators, you can use confluence, right? With these levels. Like right here, when this daily candle came down, right? We open the day, it comes down and tests this 95.4% Laplace range here. You use that as confluence. What are the other indicators showing, right? And if you're a little patient, you're like, well, it's a 4.6% chance this price gets outside of this range. So if you're seeing confluence on your other indicators that, hey, the entry I'm seeing on these indicators is a move to the upside, and you're looking where the price is, it's a no-brainer, right? So you're using all of this along with all of this to understand what's going on in the market, like what's happening right here. This is a new indicator that is going to be part of our arsenal at Alpha Trading. We're going to be selling this part of our new package, right? This is our first recorded stream back, right? We just had to restructure some stuff. The Discord's not open yet, so I'm not going to talk about any links. We don't have any old links out. We'll get those put back out when we need to when we open the Discord. But for people that are in this Discord or new people on YouTube that are watching our videos, you need to understand the power of the indicators we're creating. And this is a triple oscillator indicator, right? And the way we're setting this up, it's going to give you great entries. This indicator is for entries. It's not for exits. Can it be used as exits? Yes, but you need how to learn to use the indicator first, because there's 3 different parts, right? You need to learn first. So when you first get this indicator, it's giving you good entries. That's our objective. Everybody wants indicators telling them what to do. This is one of the 3 combination indicators we're building, and all 3 of them together is one hell of a trading system, right? But so say right now, right, we're getting a move to the upside. Let's get a vertical out here. What am I on, 15 minute? Yeah, of course I'm on the 15 minute. Would you ever see me not? Okay. Yeah, boom, whammo. Let's throw one over here. Go right at the same. Boom. Oops, what happened there, you little bugger? Hold on, guys. Come on, Trading View. I still got that lit up? Yes, I did. Whoop. Bam. There we go. So you can see what's going on here, right? You can see what's going on. So with this triple oscillator right here, when you learn how to read this, and we're building in a background that will flash when it's giving you an entry, whether that be a long entry or a short entry, okay? And just to point out a couple things on this indicator right here, you can see all 3 of these oscillators, the area, the blue line, and the pink line. What are they all doing, right? What are they all doing? Now, I put that a little early. You could actually move this up one more candle because you're being patient. It's a no-brainer what's going on here. This histogram right here is going to give you the correlation between the blue oscillator and price action, right? This is R squared. This is the coefficient of determination. And when you start getting these blue candles, that is telling you this move to the upside, there is a massive correlation with price action, and you see the result. The oscillator that's in the area, it's heading up. The pink oscillator, it's heading up, okay? And this is correlation on the bottom for this oscillator up here, okay? And so when they all line up, it's giving you great signals. To be exact. And we got entropy starting to flash right now. Beautiful thing. And then you're going to be able to use our Alpha Trading Deviation Log Pro and our Alpha Trading Alpha Mean Entropy and Entropy Price Percentile. Very powerful indicator when it comes to entropy, right? And the entropy price percentile is the R squared. So when you see entropy coming out of randomness, like when you start getting some blue candles, you're looking up here on the top of this indicator. That's the R squared telling you, is it green? Is it a move to the upside? Is that what the correlation is? Or is it a move to the downside? You can see the power of it. So you're going to be able to use all this stuff together to create your own trading system. Not everybody trades a lot. So we're trying to create something that everybody will be able to use. And it's going to be powerful for swing traders. You like to trade the 4-hour, 12-hour, the daily. Hell, if you like to trade the weekly and you're just patient and you wait till all this lines up, you can get entries on those time frames. Where before the volatility trading we were teaching, it's pretty much all for lower time frame stuff. Take your profit. To take the profit stuff is the same, right? To be a profitable trader, you got to take your profit at some point, right? Like on this move we just had. Let's see what happened here. I mean, hilarious. It's a beautiful thing is what this is. So this price action for the last day and 3/4, right? We got 1 4-hour candle left in the day, a little bit. I don't know. What have we got? 3 hours left? Yeah, 3 hours left in this day. Look at the last 2 days of price action. This is a volatility trader's wet dream. That's what this kind of price action is. Did the indicators show all these moves? 100%, right? Where when you learn how to read all these indicators, you will know that was a top. And at the same time, you see the power of the move coming to the downside. And you're going to use this chart, right? This is going to be one of the combo charts that we're getting ready to publish. It's very powerful. It's giving you volatility price action ranges and deviation level ranges, which are very powerful. So, and here's a great example of where this wick went to the dollar on that little pump we just had. This is let me make sure here. Yep. This is the bottom of the daily volatility range. And it is they are on top of each other to the buck, with the downside, the 68.3% daily Laplace distribution range. When you see something like that, that is a no-brainer. You see this thing starting to pump up off, what's this white cross line? Where did price action go a little bit by, right? Not only did it go by the third standard deviation normal distribution on the 4-hour candle. That's a skinny blue line right here. This is the second. This is the 95.4% Laplace distribution range on the daily. This is going to create a bounce. More times than not, you're going to get a bounce from there. And so when you see this price action get down in this area or start heading down towards this area, you're looking for confluence on these other charts that are going to give you entries. This is how you use a system together. So if you're wanting to get into a position, right, and you're like, this looks like there's going to be a long entry, but it hasn't given it to you yet, you can use indicators like this, right? You can use indicators like this and our volatility panel we're getting ready to publish to be able to front run those signals. And I'm telling you, it's going to take some work. You're going to have to learn how to use this all together. But when you do, you know what this area is down here. You know what this area is. It's a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer to get into a long position here and to take profit here. It's just a no-brainer. You literally actually could have taken profit right here at the middle of the monthly range. That's this yellow dotted line. And there's a green line, right? That is part of the daily volatility range. This is what I'm always looking for. And now look at the bottom of the new weekly range. It's at the 68.3% daily Laplace distribution level to the top side. What's it overlaid with? The bottom of the new weekly range. Here's the top of the new weekly, center of the new weekly, bottom of the new weekly. Look at all this. I mean, there's so much confluence here. There's a lot of confluence at this level, this level, this level, and definitely when you get to a daily 95.4% range on Laplace distribution, it's powerful level. It's a powerful level indeed, especially when you're hitting a third standard deviation on the 4-hour candle. All right, and I'm going to work my ass off to teach people that purchase this new indicator package we're putting together, to teach people how to use all this together. And it's going to be a lot easier than it was before, because, you know, the normal person coming over from traditional technical analysis, I mean, I'm just going to be brutally honest here. It's not that the people are not intelligent. This is hard to read, right? Reading volatility is not easy to do, but it is the basis of volatility trading. So we're creating a panel that is going to tell you what all this is literally explaining. What the volatility is showing you, what's happening with price action. We're building a panel where it's just going to be in black and white. This is what this length's doing. This is what this length's doing, and this is what this length's doing. And so that indicator, along with this indicator, along with this indicator, welcome to the club. And speaking of clubs, you know, for people watching this on YouTube, maybe for the first time, or, you know, anybody in the Discord, anybody that's in our Discord right now, they are part of the foundation layer of what we're building. But we are an exclusive club of volatility traders. And there is going to be a small fee for you to get into our Discord to begin with. And that is to get in to be able to interact with all of these volatility traders, to really see what all this is about, to learn how to trade volatility free of charge, right? And to get access to even purchase our indicators, right? We're not messing around anymore. This is important stuff. This is cutting edge, next level stuff. And people that want to become an actual trader and not just trade, although I don't want to exclude people that just want to trade, by all means, come join, come buy the indicators. You put time into using it, you'll become a trader. You won't be working 9 to 5 anymore. You'll be making your own rules. All right. I don't care what markets you trade. This even gets easier if you trade traditional markets or Forex. My God, when you're in cryptocurrency, it's the most volatile asset class known to man, bar none. There's nothing else like it. There will never be anything else like it probably until crypto hits about maybe a $5 trillion market cap, right? That'd put Bitcoin about $250,000. We'll see. We'll see when this volatility levels out a little bit, because I can go down here on this. We can look at this 15-minute chart. You think gold's doing shit like this, right? Do you understand in the last 2 days the percentage of moves we've had to the downside and to the upside? It's incredible. Nothing else trades like this. And I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter. People got their asses ripped today. I don't care what side you were on. Most of them don't take profit. They say they do, but a lot of these people don't take profit. They just get cream pied all over the place. There's just no doubt about it. When you trade volatility, it allows you to get into these moves and take advantage of this volatility. All right, we're not talking about volume. Nothing traditional technical analysis wise. This is straight volatility trading. And this is what we're teaching here. And this is an exclusive Discord community that you will want to join. You will want to join. Trust me, it's not a lot of money. It's just like think of it as a real exclusive cigar club, right? You don't even get a peek in the door until you buy a membership to get in. That's just the way it is, and to an exclusive community. Hell, who knows what kind of cigars they're selling in there, right? You have no idea, but it's an exclusive community, and you're going to join just to get inside. And when you get inside, you're going to be like, oh, I see why it's exclusive. So yeah, we're excited about what we're getting ready to launch. Bit by bit, mute your mic. I don't know what you got going on,
Sorry.
or whoever it is. Yeah, I think it's you.
Jesus.
Unless you. Tell her.
Okay. Hello.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see here. Unless anybody at any time is free to speak out. I'm not telling you just, hey, everybody mute your mics. I'm speaking. It's not like that. And that's another thing. We're an exclusive community. You come in and join this community. We're doing these live streams. I expect people to interact. I expect people to come in and ask questions. But at the same time, if you just want to type them in the chat, that's fine. Some people are shy. Some people don't like to, talk on stream, which is all good. Yeah, exactly, Sixton. And some people just like me to go on a roll. That's usually when some of the best gold nuggets are dropped. And another thing, you come and you join this exclusive community, you'll find out real soon that I'm not the only one dropping gold nuggets and learning this stuff. There's a lot of other people doing the same thing. But when you do join this community and you join this live stream, bring your shovel, right? Bring your sluice box, because the gold nuggets are dropping. Gold nuggets are dropping because there's so much good info. But that's enough talk about what we're doing. Let's talk about what the price action's doing. And is what I want to show you. I kind of just talked about it, but guys, have we built something special here, right? Can you see all these levels that are being respected? Not just some days, every day. All these levels get respected. And when you learn how to use this indicator, along with a good indicator to give you the entries, this is bonus time. This is a profit-taking machine and a good indicator to use for confluence, right? So when price action like this happens, a lot of TA traders are like, when they get in, because this catches them off guard. They have no idea this is coming because they're not reading the volatility. So when do they get into their shorts? They get into the short right at the center of the monthly range, like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off, right? It's a literal Chinese fire drill. No offense to any Chinese that might be in here, but it's just woo, 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 woo. So you're shorting somewhere where the volatility in this indicator is giving you confluence. This thing's going to bounce out of here like a bat out of hell, right? Because not only did you have this candle, 2 wicks drop down below this monthly range. A third wick drops down below. When you see that candle close right there on the monthly range, that's like the launch ticker started, right? When's this thing going to bounce? And look at the bounce you got out of that, right? It's incredible. Is what you will also see. Think about this. You got all these high frequency trading firms. They're all using algos. They're all trying to outsmart each other's algos too. That's why sometimes you'll see these areas get front ran. What's this blue cross line yesterday? That was the first standard deviation to the top side on that daily, right? Here was the downside. Here's the first standard deviation on the daily. So when you see this price action bounce off the center of that monthly range and establish itself above the daily volatility range, right? And then close a candle above the 68.3 Laplace distribution on the daily range. When this candle starts pumping right here, you're immediately looking for a target to take profit, right? Now, if you're just learning, right, all this, you're going to take profit right here, right? That is the bottom of that's the top of the monthly volatility range. It's a no-brainer to take profit right there. Do you get your limit order, your limit sell filled? 100%. It blew right through it. You got your profit. You don't care that it went up another it went up another $500. Who cares? You got some juicy profit throughout here. But if you really understand how to read the volatility indicators, you're going to see this thing's going to continue to cook up to the upside, right? And what is that? Is that the 1 SD on the 4 hour? Or is that the 2? Was that the 2 SD? Let me see where this 4 hour candle opened up. No, it was a 1 SD. So you can see where there's some more sophisticated algos. They front ran that 1 SD to the top side normal distribution. So if you're playing the long game like these guys, you cannot just put your order right here. You got to front run these areas, right? Or you're going to get a lot of take profits. You're going to end up having to market out of that position to get your profit, right? 100%. Now, if you got great trading fees, right? I mean, knock yourself out. You can juice this for all it is. And you see the candle start pulling back, just mark it out. Especially in Bitcoin, you're literally not going to lose anything slippage unless you're trading like 5 Bitcoin, something like that. You might lose a little in slippage, but best case scenario, you front run these areas, right? Like right here. What if on that run you don't front run that area and it stops right here? Fortunately, it did get to that position. Let me see this wick. Let me see exactly where. Yeah, see the daily. Look where it went to. So this 4 hour candle opened up right here. Look where it got stifled to the dollar. That skinny white line, that's the 95.4% Laplace distribution range on this 4 hour candle. So if you got your order at about 45,638, that thing got up to about 45,615. Misses your take profit by $30 or whatever it is. 30 or something like that. You're just smacking yourself in the face. And I'm not going to lie. A lot of the times I look at the charts and I try to be, MJ knows how I roll. I try to be exact sometimes, and I won't front run things enough, right? Or I'm like, this is going at that level and I'll just front run it by like $10. My last 2 trades, one got front run by 25, one got front run by 40 for literally. Both of them were about $1,500 moves where I would have taken the profit if I would have got filled on the position. Sayron was on a live stream I did yesterday, and I was literally talking about this level. Was this it? Yeah, this is it right here. This is the move that when me and Sayron were doing the live stream. And I literally told him this price was going to go to the middle of this freaking range right here. When I saw these wicks coming down, though, I got greedy. Where'd I put my order? I front ran the 68.3% range on that daily, right? I only front run it. I think it was like right about here. Let me see. Yep. Well, I was at 44.825, right? So I got front ran, and then wham. So I saw the entry. I just got too greedy. That's why you got to step up your front run game a little bit. Don't let them front run you. You front run them. That's the point I'm trying to make here. You got to front run these guys. Even though this, I mean, if you front run this by $25, you probably would have got filled. I think it was about 25. I know I just said 40, but yeah, it's more like $5. You would have got filled, but you need to actually, especially if you're taking profit, you need to bump that up like $100, right? Really front run it. Get your profit. There's no reason not to have to market sell to chase your profit down. Just front run it. Yeah, there's a lot of levels here that got respected. That's why we love this indicator. We really love it. So what? And that's just these current candle deviation levels. They're just transferring right over to this chart. I put them over here, so I don't even have to go over there to look, right? But you can see we had another retest from the beginning of this projection. There's the first retest right to the mean. This was about where did we go down to? Yeah, by about $500. You got front ran. Well, that's because was that the second standard deviation of distribution? No, that's first. Yeah. No, we did go by first. There's the second, right? So it almost got to the second standard deviation normal distribution, and is what really caught it was the 95.4% Laplace. Right, and it bounced from there to where we're at right now. And like I told I think I put that in the chat earlier. I was like, don't be surprised. I was like, the downside of this volatility range, which in my opinion is right here. And you can see, look where these candles closed. I don't give a shit where the wicks went. Look where the candles closed. Right at the bottom of the monthly volatility range. And I was saying this in all the streams last week. The bottom of the range is about 44K. 43,931 to be exact, and the top of the range was the old weekly range was at 51, right? The bottom side of the weekly range was right about where what is this, the 3SD on the daily? Yep. So this is the third standard deviation on this daily candle, normal distribution. This is where last week's bottom of the weekly range. Remember, I was saying it's like 44K to 51K. I didn't record those streams, but anybody that was there, you remember me saying there's going to be a ton of volatility move in this range until Bitcoin gets back up above 51. Am I still saying 51? No, I'm moving it up now. Is that the first part of the... Oops. Yes. This red dotted line right here. So it's moving up by about $800. So closer to 52K. Bitcoin needs to get up here somewhere and close. And there's nothing but air above it. There's a lot of air. You look at it. There's just a lot of air up here for Bitcoin to run. But in that range right now, in between, like, let's be a little more. So let's say 51.5. 51.5 all the way down to the bottom that got tested. And so in the chat, I put, hey, the bottom of this range has been tested. Don't be shocked at all if you see this thing about 51K. But that was before I looked at the chart. So who knows where this thing could go? Because now that we had a lot of volatility at the bottom side of the range, Jesus, I mean, you shitting me? Boom, 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 boom. This thing's all over the place. I expect a nice big pump to get up to the top of the range. And we might have that same kind of volatility up here around 50K, 51K. You know, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 moves until Bitcoin stabilizes up above that area. So yeah, let's look for that. Let's definitely look for that. Move back up here. Yeah, that was beautiful right there. And you see how these levels get respected big time. So the bulk of that move was literally from the bottom of the monthly range to the 68.3 Laplace Laplace distribution to the downside on the daily, and the bottom of the daily volatility. You know, when I use this chart, these are the areas I'm looking for. This is exactly why I'm surprised this candle didn't close right here, to be honest. I'm shocked it pulled all the way down before that 15-minute candle closed. It would have been looking real good if it closed right there, just to prove my point that this is what these algos are trading. They trade these areas. Yes, make damn sure it gets filled. Using ladders. I don't ladder, man. I used to, but I don't ladder anymore. When I go to take my profit, I take it all. I'm not like, I know a lot of people. Like say right here, you know, you start laddering your orders. Now, if you laddered them down this way, yeah, that's all good. But you could have taken all your profit right up here if you front run that area. But if you laddered it to the top side, you're just watching all that profit disappear, you know? Or what if you start your ladder up here front run a little bit, you know? Maybe they all do get filled. I just like to take all my profit. Bitcoin, if you leave any profit on the table, you can damn sure guarantee that Bitcoin's going to gobble it up. You're talking now entries. I'll ladder sometimes on entries, you know. If anybody I talk behind the scenes about trading more about what I actually do is MJ. And he knows that I will ladder. But that's only when I'm getting into big positions. And I'm seeing things in the volatility where it could be a little, I think it's going to go down here, but I might not get filled. So I'm going to put half Bitcoin orders in. You know, maybe like 4 to 6 half Bitcoin orders in. Trying to get them all filled. But I know at least I'm going to get some filled if it front runs big time. But I'm starting to veer away where I want to front run these areas, put my entire entry in, and take all my profit at the same time. Yeah, for sure. Because think about it as well. You're also you're going to be paying. It's all kinds of different entries, right? All kinds of different entries too. So I like to just make one entry, one exit. And if I can, if all these indicators are really showing what they can do, you don't even have to get out of position. You can flip the position from long to short, right? So those are things. If you're 1 Bitcoin long, you can short 2. So now you're 1 Bitcoin short, right? And then I would front run the center of this range to take profit. So now we're back up above the center of the monthly range, but underneath the 68.3 to the downside on the daily and the bottom of the weekly range or the daily volatility range. The bulls right now, the bulls I watch. They want to close this price action above the top of this monthly range. They want to close above 46. That's asking for a lot in the next 3 hours, or is it? Look at these candles. It's really not asking for a lot. This thing can shoot up $1,000 easy. But that's what they're going to shoot for. They'll take the daily volatility range. They'll take even closing in here. But here's the thing. Oh, this is going to be a... Hey, Andy, how hard do you think it is going to be to get a daily range out of this price action? Laugh with me. Usually I'm within $50. Oh, my God. This is tough. This is one of the hardest, actually, that I've literally maybe ever tried to do. You got a lot of volatility to the downside with this move and this move. Hey, Look at the volatility on this up move and this up move. So it's a toughie. But if I had to guess right now, it's going to be right around where you see my freaking cursor at, you know, maybe right around 45, something like that, right around 45 area. But hard to say, hard to say. It really is, just because of this move. I mean, that was just crazy as all get out. Crazy, crazy. So this is going to be a toughie. I'm not even probably going to attempt it. 45, though, if I had to. And you're seeing where it made this attempt to the upside. And it's like, look, there's nothing here, right? There's nothing here. I mean, you had this 4-hour 1SD on normal distribution, right, in this range up here. But when I see these candle closes right here, it's like there's a lot of volatility right here that stumped that move. It got by it, but then whoop, came right back down. They closed right at the same spot, or actually, sorry, closed a little bit below. But still, the way this got stifled right here, that's what I look forward to when I'm getting these volatility ranges. It's probably going to be right around there. Interesting. We'll see in 2.5 hours where that baby's at. This is going to be a fun opening day. This next coming in day. And that's another thing, what the bulls want to do. They're doing the same thing. They want to know where the price action volatility range is. And the bulls are going to want to close price action above it so they can use that new daily range to bounce off of to the upside. Bears, they want to close below it so they can use that volatility range to reject price action to the downside. That's usually how that works, more times than not. That's why these things are so important. So important. Then you get days like this where they got price action opened up above the daily volatility range. Woo! You get a 15-minute candle, doesn't respect that range at all, right? Doesn't respect that range at all. It just shoots right through it. Really, the center of the monthly range is where it got some respect finally, but then it even came down. Where'd it come down to? First standard deviation to the downside on the daily. And that got some respect. I mean, we had this one 15-minute candle, but when it came down here to the bottom of that monthly range, whoo, it just shot up. Same thing that happened here. Got outside of the monthly range, kicked it back up. That's why it's like the bears 100% are defending this area. The bulls are defending this area. This is the entire monthly range. That's why you're seeing a lot of these candles right here. This is madness. It's a bear bull algo battle right there. Big time. But I can guarantee you right now, from what I was seeing, that there is a lot of institutional, they're buying a lot of out-of-the-money calls. You can guarantee that. They're buying a lot of out-of-the-money calls, is what I'm seeing, right? This is a time right here, especially. Go over here. It's the 4-hour volatility. Come on. Probably, yeah, it rocketed with. But now, when I'm looking at volatility's high or low, I'm looking on the high link. Especially if I'm buying out of the money or selling out of the money, I'm looking at the high link VR, right? Volatility's low. You do not sell here. You do not sell options when the volatility's down here. It's what, printing a 30? Yeah, not at all. When the volatility is low like this, you're buying. When volatility's low, you could even wait. I mean, is this volatility going to go even lower? Who knows? It doesn't have to. But this is when you buy premium. Where this are worked out, big time. Big time. But you got to know what to buy. Should I buy a call? Should I buy a put? You buy a call there, you're depending on how far out. That's why learn before you just jump on Robinhood. And I think I posted a great video of people's P&L when they join Robinhood, and their P&L might be going up, and then it shows the exact time where their first option orders start coming in. It's a riot. 90% of these guys, their P&L goes straight down. As soon as they discover options, their P&L bottoms out because they don't know what they're doing, right? They don't know what they're doing. So you got to know how to protect yourself. Because say that goes the other way. It's not like you don't really have to get out of the position, but you can turn that into a strangle or a straddle or whatever. It depends on what call you bought, how far out of the money. And that's another thing. I've seen some really dumb things where people think they're going to go and because, like, say the options are expiring in a couple of days, and they're like, oh my God, look how low the premium is on these calls. And they buy like 10 or 20 or 30 freaking calls, and they just get wrecked. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? That's not how you trade options. People are always trying to find some way to scam the markets, and the market's going to end up scamming you. I've shown before how I like to trade options and how I will soon. As soon as I get my brokerage accounts back up. I just, I get, when there's a lot of volatility in Bitcoin, I'm freaking spending all my time trading just pure delta, right? Just trading delta. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and it takes up all my time. So, yeah, I'll be getting back in options. It's a lot less frustrating. Just all the energy you have to put into trade delta, you don't get that with options, all right? Especially if you're buying or selling way out of the money. You're just sitting back, relaxing, wondering, hey, do I need to modify? Do I need to add a leg? Do I need to protect myself on these option trades? So yeah, you guys, we got a lot of good information about options in here. Not a bunch, but there's a third, Tasty Trades are great. I found another good guy on YouTube. Seems like a super cool dude. And immediately if they know what they're talking about, you just start listening to him. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's actually trying to help. So that new guy who don't even understand off the top of my head. That's where we back below 45. Yeah, 46.7, right? Here, sure. Yep, right to 46.7. 45. Or 46.9. Yeah, tough area. Yep, Brad Finn. Thank you. Yeah, he seems like a good guy. Makes things really easy to understand. He just seems like way more of a down-to-earth guy than the guys that trade. Even though they're cool dudes. But they have an agenda. That's what people need to realize. The information they put out, they literally have tasty works. All right? They're trying to make trading fees on their trading platform. So sometimes I don't trust all the information, especially how far out to buy or how far out to sell. It's like, It's almost like they give a little bit of a false number because they know people will be following that information, and that gives them liquidity when they want to buy or sell out of their position. I noticed that immediately. I was just like, okay, I don't know if I can fully trust these guys because they have an agenda. They literally have a trading platform. So it's like, are they misleading people? Maybe not with the information on how to create trades, but where to take profits and shit like that. I was kind of little suspected, almost like they were given a little bit of false information so they could make sure that they have liquidity when they want to get out of there. So yeah, like right now, the bears are going to try to push this price action. They don't want this price action to close the daily above this range. So there's going to be a little battle right here today, no doubt. I said the bulls definitely want to push it up here above the top of the monthly, but they'll take a close above the middle, to be honest, and in the daily. We'll see what happens. Which would be better, because the way price action's been, we really don't want price action to close under the new daily range, even though you had something like this, right? Hell, we could pump right through it. But, yeah, we're going to find out here soon. 2 hours and 19 minutes. We will know. Yep. Yeah, Tasty Trade Plus. Yeah, they've got good info. Just that there's some I don't know. Taking profit aspect. Because they're traders. They want to make sure there's liquidity when they want to get out of their position. Especially when they're taking profit on selling premium, right? When they're getting out early. Because when you buy premium, sometimes you want to ride that baby all the way to expiration. But when you sell, that's when it gets tricky because you're going to get theta decay. You got to make sure you get all the profit you can nab. That's why like 21 days till expiration, sometimes even before that. If my trade immediately within the first, like say 2 weeks, say I buy out 60 days, and within the first 2 weeks I'm in like 50% profit, there's a high chance I'm buying those options back. I'm getting out big time. I'm just going to take that 50% profit and run. Because you don't know what's going to happen. The 50% profit's 50% profit. It's good stuff. And of course, Cardano had a nice little pullback. Of course, you know, they launched the Alonso. So that was a big deal. Now people can really see on. Beautiful. Like I said, I'm not a fanboy. I just see the future. Somebody that really took their time. Right. Fees are low. Where would you rather sell your NFTs? On Cardano, that's got super low freaking fees, or Ethereum, where the gas fees are just like, whee! It's like a freaking refest. For sure. Especially, you see Ethereum. I'm not saying Ethereum's not going to go up, but wait till you see the fees when it's at 10K. Powerful. They're going to be very expensive. I'm stuck in some shit coins right now because if I sell, I lose so much profit. It's ridiculous because of the gas fees. It's like, oh, well, I guess this shit pump. But at some point, I'm going to have to sell them, right? I'm almost begging. Oh, see the light. See the light. Move your project onto the Cardano blockchain so I don't have to worry about it. Usually is what people do is they, it's like some people will use options to hedge their futures position, when in reality, you're trading options and you're using futures to hedge your options position. That's the best thing to do. There's a lot of people out there that think trading futures is by itself, just trading delta, is stupid. Well, that's because most people don't trade volatility. And these markets just wreck the shit out of you, right? But if you know how to trade volatility, there is a definite bonus to trading just delta. You can do it. But if you're not trading volatility, trading option or trading futures is stupid in my opinion. If you're coming from traditional TA and you're trying to trade futures and Bitcoin, good luck. Good luck. You should be trading options and you use the futures to cover your options positions. That's what they literally are for, in my opinion. That's what they're literally for. But when you learn how to trade volatility and trading just straight delta, you're good to go. You can learn how to do it and you can be very profitable. But it's the people trying to use the old RSI and Stoke and all kinds of stupid moving averages, fib level, all that goofiness. That's when you're going to get wrecked, right? I mean, I'd love to see how traditional TA people traded this. Most of them don't even take profit anyway. They say they do. I mean, everybody always says they're good traders and take their profit, but they never show their P&L. They never do that. But neither do a lot of us. I mean, you don't post your trades, post your winners, and post your losers, just to show that, hey, to be a volatility trader, not only are you taking your profit and you're winning a lot of trades, I'm not giving any percentages, but I can tell you right now, mine is way up. It's like, so not only are you posting your good trades, you're posting your trades to show, look, I limited my loss, right? Where my last trade was like a 35% winner, but my loss was like 2%. So you show how to become a profitable trader and just doing this. You don't have to show you. Let's see here. Yeah, options, super steep learning curve. The basics are easy, but you got to know how to read the volatility. That's why if you just jump into options and you don't know how to read the volatility, you're going to get yourself in trouble. And that's what happens to these kids on freaking They're just like, oh, I'm the RSI, I'm bullish. I'm going to buy these calls. You know, a lot of them love to buy premium because all you can lose is the premium. That adds up over time. When you don't know how to read the volatility and your premium's just getting eaten alive every trade you make. And most of these brokerage accounts don't even let you sell premium. You have to prove yourself, I'm pretty sure, on the platform, right? You got to prove that you can sell premium because you can get in a shitload of trouble selling premium. There is no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So yeah, focus on learning how to read the volatility first. That's why we're going to get this nice volatility panel made. It's going to be very powerful for options. Very powerful. Nice. There's a couple of good little poppers. And there's not a lot of people in this Discord that are into options. I mean, me and Andy are, I'm sure there's some other people, but me and Andy are definitely the most experienced. And let me give you an example. Me and Andy are the most experienced, and we're not experienced at all. That's how hard options is. I've been studying it for 2 years. And sometimes I look at stuff and I'm just like, oh my God, right? I got to put everything else away and totally 100%. Telog, you can literally, I think on Durbit, 0.1 Bitcoin or something. Yeah, because a whole option contract on Durbit is 1 Bitcoin. So you can just do 0.1 Bitcoin, right? Isn't that what it is, Andy? A tenth, I think, is the lowest. You might even be able to go lower than that. 0.05, I don't know for sure. Yeah, we are options babies for sure. And it doesn't help when I'm focusing on all this. Once we get all alpha trading set, we get these indicators all out there, boom, I'll have time. I'll get my brokerage account set back. Okay, Bitcoin. Let's take a peek on some low time. So what's this on the 4 hour? Yeah, this 4 hour is actually, I'll be looking at this 4 hour candle correlation now. That could be really, why am I saying that? What, there's bull div. There's bull div, right? There's bull div on the 4 hour. That's what's creating this move right here. Let me see the 12 hour. Yeah, maybe. Actually, I'll tell you what right now. This 12 hour continues this bounce, right? Off of the zero threshold here. And trust me, this triple oscillator, this is all built on volatility and statistics. Okay? This is built on volatility and statistics. So we're talking about this center line right here is a zero mean. You get this bounce right here on this oscillator, especially coming off this bull div. Woo! Man, this thing could launch right to the top side of that range. I'm telling you. Remember what I just said. Another thing right here. We'll see. This has got room to go. If this continues up, here's bull div. There was bull div here on the daily. We got these 2 daily candles back up. There's bull div building again. Especially if this, actually, it's really not bull div. I guarantee if I put this on even a lower length, that it probably, you would see another work down and back up, creating another stab. Yeah, it's all good. No, this might look complicated now, but when you learn how to use it, it really is. It's simple indicator. Once you understand what you're looking at and what all these different lines are telling you, it's easy. A lot easier than it was before, trust me. And then we'll have our volatility panel where you're not going to have to worry about trying to figure out what the hell this is telling you. The panel is going to tell you what it's saying, right? You don't have to be like, okay, well, contraction, is that negative correlation? Is that positive? What's happening here? But what I do see on this daily, on the low length AVR, is this drop off the cliff. Volatility was at 84. It's at a 16 right now. Get ready. Get ready. If that stays like this till close, right? We don't get a lot of volatility come into the end of the day, and we stay down here. And look, positively correlated, right? You can see the correlation break right back there. So if that stays positively correlated, and then this drop off the cliff is going to be because the next new daily candle coming in is just going to expand volatility, you are going to see a move. You are going to see a move. Right back up to the top of the range. At least 51, maybe that 52. Might get right back up, right? That's where we fell from, was about 53. And this is the first part of the monthly range. And it's right up there by this supply that we have on. So if all that plays out that I was just looking at, this price action probably absolutely explode and nuke all these silly bears that freaking literally shorted down here. And here's what I love. I laugh. This is how I get my comedy. Is when you see a move like this happen or something, people don't understand what they're looking at with volatility, with price action volatility ranges and distribution level ranges. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You never see shorts coming in where they should come in. You see all the shorts start adding on when they're at the bottom. Just like on Bitfinex, right? Just like on Bitfinex. Just like right now, there's shorts adding on. It makes literally no sense. People just, oh, God. Ding, 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 ding. That's why I want to save as many people. We all want to save as many people as possible from losing money to these algos. Because they're just going to take your money. Take your money. Do you know how many people this move caught off guard right here? And they're like, I want to get in the long. They're getting in the long at the center of the monthly range. And look what happened. They got wrecked as hell, right? I mean, it's a riot. That's why when you use this stuff, you no longer are buying tops and selling bottoms. You understand what all this volatility is telling you. That's all this chart is. It's telling you nothing but volatility. Two different kinds. Volatility of price action, which is the average of price the previous day, previous week, or previous month. Or you're talking about distribution level volatility levels, right? Powerful, especially when they line up with each other. This is one of the most important aspects of this chart. And this is not the easiest thing to use. I don't have to have indicator labels, right? Every one of these lines, I can tell you exactly what each one of them are. That didn't happen overnight, right? I mean, I'm a freak of nature. It didn't take long because I already knew what color's what. The lines are the 4 hours. The thick lines are the price action volatility ranges. The big cross lines are the daily distribution level ranges. You just have to set it up in a way where you're going to know exactly what you're looking at by color, by thickness, by style, crosses, dots, solid line. It's all telling a story. It's all telling a story. And I know people that have had access to this before, people that, like me and Yasha, help behind the scenes. Still confuse the shit out of them. It's not like you're going to learn how to use it overnight, but you got to put in time or you'll never learn it. And it is a vital part of this trading system we're building, right? Especially the combo indicators, the 3 combo indicators we're building. This indicator, well, which is one of the combo indicators, pardon me. So this combo indicator, the volatility panel indicator, when you learn how to use all 3 of those together, you are a literal unstoppable force. We're hoping, man. It's like we're trying. By the end of this week, hopefully we have these indicators out. We'll see. We will see, man. We're trying. Trust me, these guys are working hard to put them together. But at the same time, like you saw in a previous chat, what everybody does for a living. I mean, all 6 of us founders that do this, except me, that's all I do is trade. But unfortunately, some of my coding is, it just takes a while, right? The actual guys that are doing a lot of the coding, they have full-time jobs. So, yeah, it takes a while. Especially our main math guy, right? Got a full-time job. So we're doing it as fast as possible, though. We are doing it as fast as possible. Let's see. We're about done. Yeah, they're trying to. And then you'll data, right? If you're trading the low time frames, man, when you get the DLP, the entropy, especially DLP is going to give you some good divergence reads as well. And there is literally these little dots. That's telling you when there's like statistical outliers on Z-score. So we programmed that into, the DLP with confidence intervals. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff we got brewing. JSA run. We're trying to get it out, man. We are trying to get it out. And I wish I could get a Deribit account. Oh my goodness. We should start a corporation, boys. Let's see here. I mean, you're never going to get around the taxes being an American citizen, but that's not stopping you from actually starting somewhere else. You can access. Maybe you haven't noticed. Our government's a train wreck. Our government's a literal train wreck. Chat in that. That's why any patriots of any country out there, the one thing you never want to do, give up the gun. That's what they want. They want the guns. Well, I mean, my heart goes out to the people in Australia right now. Right? Look how that's going. That's brutal. It's brutal. You just can't give up the guns, man. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. It's going to end it up. So if you are watching this on YouTube first time, know that our Discord, our exclusive Discord, will be opened up. There will be a link in the description once we do open back up that will get you into the limited part of the Discord where you see, what the Discord's going to offer, why this exclusive community, and why you would want to spend a small membership fee to get in. Because if you want to buy these, if you even want to get an opportunity, this is just like a good cigar club. If you even want an opportunity to buy some of the great cigars we have, you got to buy a membership before you even get in the door. That's just the way it is. When you have something as exclusive as what we're putting together, you're going to want to be part of our community. Trust me. It's going to increase your learning so much faster if you're in here interacting with everybody. Believe me. So we've been using this time. There's a lot of up to par on doing this. A ton of people to help you come in as a new trader. And it's best if you've never traded before, if you're new to trading altogether, this is a blessing. You don't have to shake any of the crap of traditional technical analysis off your shoulder. You're so far ahead, because the problem with people coming from TA, as soon as a move or something starts to happen and they don't understand what they're reading in these indicators, they revert right back to the old shit that lost them all the money in the first place. Right? It's just crazy. But yeah, so be hopefully about another week we'll have the Discord back open. So be watching. We're going to attempt to record all this week and show the power combo indicators to go along. But other than that, I want to thank everybody watching in Discord. Awesome. I know Yash is not he is a huge part of what we as Jay, Andy, as is Donnie Brook, as is Van, and myself. We are a great team. We all fill a specific role. And by the end of this whole thing, we're all going to be coding. We're all going to know the math. It just takes a while, right? But right now, that's why we're building these indicators. You don't need to know the math, right? You don't. There's Mama Wolf. Mama Wolf checking in. I'll call her right back. But yeah, so just know that we're working hard behind the scenes for everybody here. And when you do come in and join this exclusive, see choice, right? The learning you're going to be able to get, the indicators you're going to have the opportunity to buy is going to change your life forever. That being said, wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning. See you guys.